All right. We back with another podcast. This your boy Shannon, and this is my beautiful wife Essie, and this is the Arrington's Relationship Podcast. How you doing today, babe?
I'm doing good.
You look all cozy.
I am cozy.
Hey, y'all.
Cozy and tad.
It is 6:59 in the p.m., and we are in the bed.
We are some hardworking people. We get up super early in the morning, so it's very understandable.
Yeah, when I say in the bed, I mean in the bed, full PJ attire. Man, if it was summertime, the sun would still be up, and we are in the bed.
I think it's just the weather. It's dark already, so it makes it feel like it's super, super late outside right now.
We was getting to bed. We was getting ready for bed, and it was like 6:30. And I swear to God, I thought it was like 9:30. I'm like, damn, is we getting old, or are we just tired, or is it the weather, like we said?
I think it's tired. We get up so early in the morning, and then I think it's the weather, and it get dark early. So I think it just plays the fact of all three.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. Should we just jump into today's topic?
Yeah.
We got any news? Any world news? Anything happened since the last podcast? No? All right, so we can just jump right into it, huh?
Yes, because I don't want no more curveballs like you did me last time.
Curveballs?
No more of those, because he got me last time. So we got to jump right into it.
All right, so today's podcast topic is, and this is coming from the ladies, why is it so hard for a man to commit?
What do you want to start at? Because this is a very interesting topic. We can touch so many different bases. Okay, let's start off with the first topic. Yeah, the first topic is going to be why it's so hard for a man to commit. But it could be different levels of commitment. You know, it could be levels of committing to move in with your significant other. It could be committed just to be a boyfriend, or it could be a commit to being, become your exclusive, or a commitment to be husband and wife. It's different levels. Which one should we start at first?
Let's go down the list. All right.
Let's start it with girlfriend, because that's the first thing.
Right. So, single guy, single girl, we start courting, and most guys are in the field doing their thing. They meet a girl. She's feeling him. He's feeling her. Eventually they smash, and they smash some more, to the point where the female start feeling like, hey, is this a relationship? You know, if it's not a relationship, it needs to be a relationship. And the guy, 9 times out of 10, is like, nah, we just smashing, let's keep it the way it is. But the female feel like they want more.
Let's stop right there.
Okay.
Our relationship, for instance, we didn't smash at the very beginning. It took time. We got to know each other. We talked on the phone. So my point of the matter is, what if you're not smashing the girl and she still wants that commitment? She's feeling you, and you feeling her a little bit, but it's like a guy don't want that commitment. It's like they don't want that on them, or to say, oh, that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend. Y'all don't want that. Even if you're feeling her, and like I said, what if you're not smashed and she like, I just want to wait, let's get to know each other? Could that be an issue?
No, but I think it's definitely about vibes. I think me and you had the vibes. I think me and you, like Jay-Z said, opposites attract like magnets. I think we really attracted each other. I think me and you are complete opposites, and it was just that vibe that we had. For everybody, I can't speak for everybody else, but it depends on the vibe. Like, sometimes you could meet a chick and she just got that vibe. Everything about her is so right where you don't mind waiting. I don't think too many men is gonna wait too long, but maybe anywhere between 30 to 90 days. 90 days is a stretch. But if it's the right girl. Now, 9 times out of 10, if a guy ain't really trying to commit, and there's been some time, like past 90 days, and he's still acting a fool, you're just not the one. I mean,
you think that's what it is? You're just not the one?
100%.
So basically,
I told you on the first date, like, what's up? What you trying to do? So like, I knew you were the one.
So a guy know when they meet a female.
Yeah.
Off top.
100%.
They know if they're ready to take it to the next level
100%.
and become as they say, girlfriend and boyfriend?
Because I think most people know right away, but then you got to fill it out. But then, guys, sometimes, depending on what situation that guy's in, he got a lot to lose. 9 times out of 10, sorry, fellas, I'm going to say this. 9 times out of 10, the guy got somebody or a couple of somebodies. And to throw all that away for one somebody, it might be a little harder for some guys,
And why is that?
Do
you think it's like
some guys like having options?
Okay, I get that. They like having options, but do you also think it plays into the fact of they're scared? Because some guys can be scared. It's a big commitment. You like you said, it's one person you're with all day, every day. Do you think they're just afraid of that?
In terms of being afraid, you would have to be really immature and like a mama's boy to really be afraid. I wouldn't say it's really being afraid. I mean, I think it's afraid of throwing away everything you have. It's because like when you commit, you lose your freedom. You know what I mean? You can't move how you once moved.
Can't do the things you used to do.
Nah, you got to answer to somebody.
Okay, I have another question I'm gonna throw out there. Okay, say you, a female, meet this guy, right? And she's feeling him, y'all smashing, y'all doing the thing.
Life is great.
Life is going good. And the female says, hey, what are we? Is this a relationship, or is this just, like you said, we're just smashing? And the guy says, no, I love you, but I'm not ready for a relationship. Why is that? You can have sex with me, we can go out, we can spend a night, we can hang out, but you can't take it to that next level. Why is that?
All right, fellas, you're going to have to forgive me. All right. I think the typical guy that's pretty much single, and it could be like a stereotype, but let's just say a guy has his main chick, he has his jump off, and he just have his random chicks. So that's what she got to ask herself. Is she main chick, or is she like that jump off? Not, all right.
But how would she know?
Hey, you gotta
how would she
apply
know?
Pressure. And I mean, guys, they gonna show you. We gonna show you through our actions what's going on. You know what I mean?
And to me, as a woman, speaking from a woman's point of view, we shouldn't even have to apply pressure or even force a grown man to commit. Because as a woman, I feel like this, and this is just me. I can't speak for all women, but I'm gonna speak for myself. If I meet a guy, just to say our relationship, me and you, when we first met, and we're talking on the phone, we feeling each other, and I'm coming over your house, and mind you guys, my husband used to live 30-40 minutes away from me when we first met. So he's driving to see me late at night, I'm driving to see him, and eventually, as a woman, you gotta ask yourself, what is all this worth? Like, what do I get from this?
See, with me and you knew for a fact that I wanted to be with you all the time.
And see, that's the difference. But I'm saying, far as
you would have known if I was kind of like spinning you and curving you, like you never felt that. Like I was with you, we were together all the time.
Right, but see, some guys are like that, and they can be living double lives. They can be with you all day, lay up with you, spend a night with you, and be like, I gotta make a run, and they out over another chick house. They're living double lives to me, and you would never know. That's why when you say you gotta figure out if you the main chick, the jump off chick, the side chick, sometimes us as females, we don't know where we stand.
I wouldn't say like you have to try to figure it out, but you got to pay attention to the signs. They say if a person show you their true colors, you got to believe them. You know what I mean? So like you got to pay attention. And I mean, if you're a main priority, I think you would know that. You know what I mean? Because it wouldn't be in question. You would have to question anything about this guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's my thoughts on it. I just feel like I'm just going off of me and you. When we met, I was crazy about you. I knew right away I want you to be my girl.
So a guy basically knows. It's not even the fact that they're playing games.
See, if the streets meant more to me, when I say the streets, I mean like just playing the field, having, you know, going on dates and having random females and this, that, and the other. If that was more important, you would have felt that, you know. But with me and you, we always wanted to be together. You know, every chance you got. If we weren't working or in school, you know, we were trying to be together. We were going on
so
dates. So
basically, a female should understand if a guy is not ready to commit, they're still not ready to stop what they're doing in the streets, as far as playing the field.
Yeah, and I mean, and I think even if the guy is gonna play the field, you know, because he's still got to weigh his options. But if you are a priority, he's gonna make you a priority. Y'all gonna have set times, set dates where it's all about you. You're gonna feel special. If you're not feeling special, then I think it's time to move on.
But sometimes a guy can make you feel special to the point where you are in love with them. And that's the reason why a lot of women want to take it to the next level and want to be committed in a relationship. Because you guys do make us as women feel like we're the number one priority. Do things that's just so amazing, and we're just all wrapped around into nothing but you and know nothing but you. But then at the same time, you're also letting us down because we're stuck, kind of. It's like we try to walk away, but then you pull us back. It's like, okay, either you gonna let me go or you gonna commit. And like, to me as a woman, I will put that out there. Like you said, I'm not gonna pressure you, but I'm gonna let you know, look, this is what is gonna happen. I'm not gonna keep smashing, doing what you want on your terms. Either you gonna commit to me or this stops. And this, I know it's easy said than done sometimes in a relationship, because it is hard to walk away from a relationship or even deal with a guy that you've been dealing with back and forth because he's not ready. It is hard, you know. Every woman been there. But my thing is, to be in a committed relationship with a man, I think it's more harder for a man than a woman, because I believe a woman is more mature than a man, period.
I've been told.
I just think we're more mature, you know, as we're raised from a little girl into a woman. Our mothers or grandmothers teach us at a young age how to be prepared to be a woman, how to be prepared to be a wife. So we're maturing faster than you because that's the way we are brought up. But it's like a man, their mindset is hanging in the streets, going to the club, doing different things, but instead of being committed to the one you want. But I get your point of view too. But also I want to touch on, when is it time to commit to moving in together? That's another commitment we can talk about. With us, that's
a big step.
When we dated, like my husband said, you know, we knew, you know, I felt him like he said he felt me. You know, my husband asked me like on our first date, like, hey, what this gonna be? You know, I think it took us...
It was the vibes.
Was it a year we moved in? Yeah. It was a year. And the crazy part about it, ladies, it wasn't even me. It wasn't even me that wanted to move in with my husband. It was him. He called me like, hey, look, I'm ready to get out my mom's house. You know, I'm ready to do this. Let's take this to the next step. Let's move in together. So he was a mature man about it, and we found the place and we moved in together after 1 year. But I guess the question is, why is it so hard for some guys to move in with their woman?
Man.
And leave home.
I think it's I think different guys mature differently, and it all depends what that guy want and what he like. Every guy know what he want. Like, I knew what I wanted, you know what I mean? I knew I wanted a home, you know what I mean? I knew I wanted my own. I wanted a foundation, you know what I mean?
But why do some guys feel like they don't want to move in with a woman? Like, some guys,
because they're losing out.
But look,
you losing your freedom.
Some guys live at home with their mom for so long, and their women's is like, well, I got my own crib, let's move. You know, you pay half, I pay half. Like, why is it so hard for them to leave that situation to move in, to commit?
Because now you're stuck. You know, mom, she gonna cover for you in or you out. You doing whatever you want to do. You moving with your girl, it's over with. It's done. And every guy ain't ready to be done. You know, we could date, we could do this and that, but, you know, you don't want to have to be sneaking around doing this and the other. Once you move in with your girl, it's over with. And every guy ain't ready for it to be over with.
So you think that's the reason, or is it a financial reason? Is it, you know, do you think, okay, so this is another question.
Some guys don't like responsibilities.
Okay.
Some guys, they only responsibility that they want to have is their car, their clothes, their gym shoes, their jewelry, That's it. Some guys don't want to pay a light bill. Some guys don't want to pay a cable bill and a water bill and a gas bill and a rent. That's tapping into Jordans. Are you crazy? Why would I give up my Jordans to pay rent with you?
Okay.
When I could keep smashing you, keep smashing whoever I want, stay fly. Because you got to think, if a guy is fly, he's impressing people. Once you move in with somebody, you ain't impressing nobody. So all that Jordan money and everything, that's going to the bills and the rent.
Okay.
And everybody ain't ready. Some guys want to stay fly because they know they got to choose. And that goes back to the selfish thing, you know. Some guys are selfish. They want to only be about themselves and have a little bit of cake on the side. I want to have my girl, have this relationship, play house, act like we married and, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not ready to give up my Jordans, my money, my car, my freedom.
So basically,
it's a big step.
To me, it's basically freedom. Yeah. That's what it sounds like. You said freedom a lot.
Yeah.
So
you
basically,
lose
a man is afraid of losing freedom, of doing and coming when they please. Okay, another question that someone, you know, wanted us to bring up. When is a good time to move in? Should you wait till you're financially stable or...
We didn't.
No, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, we struggled. We struggled for the first month's rent and the deposit.
But do you think, now looking back on that situation, do you think it's best to move in when you're financially ready?
In today's time, I would say yeah. Back when we got our first place, you know, it was different, you know. Today's time, it's like you got to be financially ready. Us, we were so young and in love, we didn't care. We struggled it out, and we had a good time. I just told somebody, our very first apartment, man, we were broke, but it was like the best time of my life. We both had a little job. We shared a little two-seater car.
That was going to be the question. So financially ready. A lot of couples like to know, what do you mean by financially ready? Do you mean by I'm finishing college, I have a job, or do you mean just a job? Both of y'all work and y'all both split the bills. I think, to be honest, coming from a woman's point of view, or just my point of view, looking back on how, like my husband said, when we first got our apartment, we did struggle, you know, it was hard, and we both had jobs, but it was like, minimum wage jobs. And you have to think about, we also had 2 boys at the time to take care of, so it was like we had our 2 oldest, a little struggle. But to be honest, if we can turn back the hands of time, I wouldn't change it. I believe the only way you would know if you're ready is by jumping into stuff, to me, because guess what, it matured us.
It did.
It made us learn to grow together, because when you struggle with your partner or anyone you struggle with, it's gonna either show you, it's gonna break you, or it's gonna make you, to me. Because when you get to know a person a whole lot better when you struggle, and then you'll realize, like, okay, is this what we need, or this is what we want, right, babe? Because I think it brought me and my husband closer, because we struggled together. What do you think?
It did bring us closer.
Yeah, so I think it teach you to grow up, and it teach you mature, and teach you to see that person are both good and bad sides.
See, we didn't have social media when we first moved in. You got social media.
Didn't.
I think social media, the way it is now, plays a big part in public perception.
We did have social media. We had MySpace.
Yeah, but you got to think, we didn't have it on our phone. We barely had a cell phone.
That's so true.
I'm trying to think, what computer did we have?
We didn't have a computer.
No, we had a computer. I think we had a laptop. I don't remember which laptop. Anyways, we had a computer, and it wasn't like we was online all day. You know, we had to come home, and whenever we weren't busy, then we'll flip open the computer, go on MySpace, check this, check that. And MySpace was pretty much music. Yeah. It wasn't a social status.
It sure was.
Nobody wasn't
posting pictures.
Yeah, nobody was faking it on MySpace. You was either trying to be a rapper or a model, and that was it, or hooking up.
Right.
But other than that, we didn't really have social media.
You basically had to spend time with each other. So to be honest, I'm not gonna just talk you.
No, what I'm saying is, people are kind of embarrassed to struggle now together. You know what I mean? So like, society made it where you don't want to be with a broke man, or you don't want to be with a broke chick. You know what I mean? So those days
So
of
you need
being
the
broke
flash,
together and
yeah.
coming up, those days in the past. You know what I mean? So everybody want to have their stuff together. A guy better, you know, like a woman got all these ultimatums for a guy. You need to have this, you need to have that, you need to have this for us to even talk. You know what I mean? Back then we didn't have those.
I don't think that's true. You gotta have this and have that.
That's how most women think. Just because on Instagram they put it like, you know, I only want a baller. You know, you gotta be able to buy me this and pay my bills and do this. You know.
Yeah, social media does make it that. But to cut it down, guys, basically I'm saying it can work anyway. It depends on you and your mate. If you feel like, you know, that you want to wait until you financially stable, it's nothing wrong with that. If you both are working 9 to 5 and you just want to try it, it's nothing worth it. I mean, what is there to lose? Either you gonna separate or you gonna struggle it out. And look at me and my husband still hanging on and doing what we do.
I just thought about something. I think the key thing to this topic that ladies got to be aware of in this day and age, F-boys. I think F-boys are at an all-time high.
Yes. Explain what is F-boys?
F-boy, excuse my French, is a fuckboy. And they're at an all-time high. And the F-boy is the guy, like I explained, that looks like he got everything together. Looks good. You know, but he's a finesser. He gonna finesse you out your money, out your crib. He don't want to live with you. He'll lay up with you, but then he out. You know what I'm saying? He still live with his moms, or he, you know, got roommates or whatever. But he ain't trying to settle down with you. You know, but he don't want you to move on. He don't want you to live your life. He wants you to belong to him. That's an F-boy.
Yeah.
And an F-boy cares more about himself than other people. So, like I said, he cares about his shoes, his rims, his car, and his jewelry, his money, and the women and all that.
Okay. All right. So now you told the ladies what that is. And then the last but not least is one more commitment I believe I'm going to get into, because we're not going to just sit here and talk your off, is marriage. When and why do it take a man so long to marry their wives?
You talking about the people that be engaged for like 10 years?
For 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you know, and I have heard, and I'm not even calling people out, but I have heard certain people say the reason they've been with a person for so long is because, you know, at that point in time, they felt like the man wasn't ready. And I agree. I'm not finna rush into nothing with you. If I feel like you still, like my husband said, F-boy, and you ain't got your stuff together, I get that. But at the same time, you know, I don't think you should be in a relationship or in a commitment that long. And then some people say marriage is not for everyone. I hear that a lot too. A lot of people say I'd rather be boyfriend and girlfriends versus being married. But to me, you're kind of like married if you with this person for so many years, and then you just saying marriage is not for everyone. Why do you think a man feel like we don't have to get married? What we got here, what's going on right now is a good thing. Why do you feel like they say that?
I think it's all the same thing. I think it's selfishness, being an F-boy, being afraid. I think it's all that.
Okay.
All right. Somebody just replied. Somebody says, because women give up everything with no commitment. Commit for what?
That's a good one. Because we do. Women do give up everything with no commitment. We do. We give you our mind, our body, our soul. We will go to war, believe me, ladies, for our mans. We would. And my husband know I got his back through thick and through thin. And that's with no commitment. No commitment. Why is that? Why? Why do women give up so much with no commitment? That's because we love so hard. That's just who we are, Julie. We just love so hard, and sometimes, and I think that's the reason why we get hurt so easily. So why is that? I guess that person is asking you, why is that? Why is it so easy for women to give up so much with no commitment? But man,
that's a tough one. I know I said it in the last podcast, but I think we wired different. You know, I think men are just I don't know. Women are just natural nurturers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think women as little girls grow up already knowing what they want. You know, you guys had women, aunties, mothers, grandmothers teach you how to be a lady, teach you what to expect out of life, teach you what to expect out of a man.
Yes.
Then you find a man that's kind of like a prospect. You know, he looked like he could fit the bill. But then that guy, he was groomed possibly by not a loving mother. He could have been influenced by older brothers, uncles,
and
cousins.
Social media today, like you said.
Yeah, but I mean, not even social media. Yeah, true, social media. But I'm saying, most guys are they're brought up to be a player. You know what I mean? That's all they know from school. From family members. It's all friends. It's all about the smashing game. You know what I mean? Running through chicks. So I think guys and girls on different playing fields. You guys, y'all want the house. Y'all want the marriage. Like, you guys want this. It's already in the back of your mind. Guys aren't even thinking about that. So when we hook up with y'all, you guys, I mean, that's part of the fight. You guys are trying to change our mind. You know what I mean? You guys are trying to unprogram us to what we already think is life. Life is, going from chick to chick and being about us and living the way we want to live. You know what I mean? Because that's how, as little boys, we grew up. And that's what we wanted to be. We want to be players. We see the guys with the rims and the money. That's not, we're not thinking about relationship. We thinking about that. We thinking about flossing, impressing people. You guys are thinking about marriage. That's not on our mind.
Yeah.
So I think for guys, we don't grow up thinking commitment. That's not even like a word that guys even think about growing up. We don't hear that word until we meet y'all.
Yeah.
But y'all grow up, I want a guy to commit to me, and like you guys, y'all grow up with the option or contemplating when are you gonna lose your virginity. You know what I mean? Us, we'll give it away. We don't care.
And that's the big part. We got to talk about that topic as well. When is it okay? I get it. I definitely get it.
So I think it's an upbringing thing.
I think it's an upbringing thing, but also you really can't even base it on upbringing thing, because a man and a woman can live in the same household. And to me, I think parents are more harder on a female versus a male. I grew up in a house with it's me and my sister and my brothers too. And my mother, to me, was more harder on me and my sister. And making us, like you just said, become a good wife, learn how to cook dinners at an early age, cleaning up the house, babysitting, combing hair, driving kids, my little sisters and brothers, to school, making sure they do their homework. And I think that's what made me become the woman I am now. And once again, it brings me back to a mother nurturing their sons. Me, I baby my boys. And I think that plays a big part of it too. Like my mom, she babies her boys. She didn't force them to do and put as much pressure on them to be and prepare them to be a husband. And I think, like my husband, that does play a part now that I sit back and think about it. And I think that's in a lot of households where the girls have to grow up faster than the boys. And that's just the way society has always been, I think. But far as committing to a marriage, and as me being a woman, would I have waited that long for my husband? Absolutely, positively not. Because like my husband said, if a woman is right for you, and if a man is right for you. Why do we have to be engaged or even wait 5 or 6 years? I think me and my husband literally were together probably 2 years before we got married. We probably got engaged after a year, was engaged for 1 year, and got married and been married now for 12 years. So I think it's all, like my husband says, about what type of person you are. And if you and that male is ready to commit, they definitely know. Like my husband said, what you want out of life, period. Yeah. And a woman, from my point of view, you have to put your foot down. You don't have to be ghetto and ignorant and cuss them out every day and force. Because to me, I have learned with my husband, a guy hates nagging. They hate it to their soul. They hate to be when a woman nags them about certain things over and over again. But I think at the same time, you can be firm and put your foot down and give a man an ultimatum and let them know either it's going to be this or it is not going to be this. And I think if they're ready to commit and knowing that they're going to lose you, they're going to make that decision, period. Don't you think?
It sounds about right.
I agree. So I think we touched on everything.
I think so.
Anything else we need to touch on?
I'm pondering. I think that's it.
I think that's it too.
And I think it all comes down to
basically just if that man is ready to commit, and if he's not ready, then you know he's still in those streets doing what he want to do, and he's not ready to give that up.
Every guy is different.
Yeah.
And it depends on where that man is mentally. And sometimes I think, women stay around too long, You got to put that pressure on.
I agree. That's why I just said you have to put your foot down. Because if you allow anybody, that's even for females, if a man is letting a female use them for money constantly, we're going to keep having our hand out every time. Give me money. I need this. I need that. And I think it worked both ways. If a man feels like she's okay with being the jump off, the side chick, the main chick, whatever you is for all these years, then why do they feel like they have to commit?
What do you think about the woman that put up with all that just for the sake of saying I got a man?
Some women do that.
For the sake of not being single.
Not being alone. And I think that's the problem with a lot of women. They have to learn how to be alone sometimes. How to work on themselves versus have to constantly be in a relationship, because they can never better themselves. If they have to need a man, you don't have to have a man, period.
Well, I got a message for all my guys out here and all the F-boys. Listen here, man. Relationships ain't all that bad. Marriage ain't all that bad. It do take work.
It does.
A lot of work. Probably the most work you ever work for. It's harder than a job. It's harder than being a parent, because you have to, what's the word? You have to give and you have to take.
Yep.
What's that called? What's the word for that?
It's no word. You do have to give and take, just like your vows. You're going to go through the sickness.
You have to compromise.
Definitely.
There you go. You have to compromise.
But think about it. It's just vows. You go through sickness. You go through wealth, struggles. You go through all that. And if you're not ready to commit, all of you, because we done been through it all. And if you're not strong enough, it's not for the weak. That's what I'm saying.
Definitely not.
It's not for the weak. If you're not strong and in love with that person, you ready to go to war, as far as even struggling to ain't nothing to eat in the refrigerator. One of y'all gonna eat and another one ain't gonna eat. You not ready. It's like my husband say, it takes time. It's not bad, but it takes time. It takes patience.
Yep.
And then you have to learn how to communicate. Me and my husband both are still learning. Every day that goes past, we learn each other more and more and more. And I think it's all about communication. If you don't communicate, you don't know why that person mad. You don't know what you did wrong. And I'm learning that about my husband. Like, if I don't communicate with him and I don't say I don't like this or I don't want that, he doesn't know. And I'm sitting up mad at him. But it's all about communication. In any relationship, I think, plays a big key.
Word. I got nothing else to say after all that.
Me either.
I'm glad I'm in a relationship. I'm glad I'm in a marriage. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Oh, isn't he sweet?
It's taught me a lot. I don't think I'll be where I am today. Guys, listen here, man. It's not all bad. Having a good woman by your side is the missing piece of the puzzle. You know what I mean? You can never, I won't say never, but you will almost never make it to where you want to make it without having a strong woman by your side. You know what I mean? That's the crutch you need. I've done many things with many people as far as trying to advance in life, and I'm starting to learn I can advance further by having a strong woman by my side. You know what I mean? So sometimes, man, you just gotta buckle down and get that right partner. You guys want to do things with your friends and do things with your family. It's not always gonna work out. You need that woman that's gonna have your back through thick or through thin. You know, you get you a good woman, the woman that's trying to get your attention, the woman that you keep hurting. That's the woman that's gonna be there for you when you lose everything. You know, so sometimes you gotta open up that third eye and pay attention to that woman that's there for you. Because if you lose that good woman, man, you losing that life. But on that note, we're gonna wrap it up right there.
I agree. Amen, 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 brother.
Yeah. So this is another episode of the Arrington's Relationship Podcast. If you have any topic ideas, make sure you DM us on Instagram at meet_the_Arringtons. That's that. Until the next episode, guys, y'all be safe and have a good week.
And a good holiday.
Oh, yeah. Turkey Day coming up.
Thanksgiving.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye.